hold on.
So next up, we're going to try the original penguin.
Yes, the penguin. Apparently, we're supposed to.
Before we open them, should we read what's on our
Yes,
package?
yes.
We'll start with you, Dale.
Oh, okay. What did the penguin get from the genie in the lamp?
Hi, Mom.
Hi,
I don't know what
Mom.
he got, but
3 fishes.
I'm throwing this.
Right here.
This guy-
Jokes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dennis.
These should be called penguins.
Why did the penguin make a fish pun?
Why?
Just for the halibut.
This is for the halibut.
Mhm, mhm.
Wow, wow.
Bobby.
Why are penguins' shops so busy?
Why?
Because the fish fillet? Fish fillet.
The fish fillet.
The fish fillet. They say that's right. Fillet. They say fillet.
Fillet. Okay. I don't understand that language of theirs.
There's some crazy stuff.
English.
That's right. They say fillet.
It's proper English, not hillbilly.
Okay,
Gilberian.
So-
yes, we're American.
How does a penguin make pancakes with its flippers?
I was gonna say like flapper jacks.
Okay.
Flapjack.
Flap jacket?
Flapjack.
Flip jacks.
All right. Why don't penguins like rock music?
Why?
Because they only like soul.
These are definitely
That's the John Simon favorites right here.
I love them. I
All
love
right,
them.
last one. Breathe.
I know. I'm still having monster.
Yeah.
Now the joke's gonna
Stick
make
it
that
around.
even better. What's a penguin's favorite dog? What's a penguin's favorite dog?
Dogfish.
A Biconian freeze.
Bichon fruit.
Bichon frise.
Bichon freeze.
Freeze.
Please, penguin.
Oh, we didn't end strong on that one. Anyway, let's give them a try, folks.
It was very good.
Oh,
Thank you, Simon.
Simon's on, actually.
Hey.
Flying good.
That's what we guessed was your favorite.
Thank you, Simon, for sharing your snacks with us. Next
Awesome.
week, we'll be trying out 2 more new ones. So anyway, we are finishing up our Deadlands Noir game this evening as we snacked. And Dale's going to fill us in on what's going on so far.
Right.
So you found out patient 9, Murdoch, knows that they've got another facility and they've already got some more recruits for more testing. Just because he escaped doesn't mean they're going to stop. So his goal was to go there and get revenge and stop or kill these people. He let Dr. Gray go because she was kind enough to nurse him back to health. He's like, I know it's your job, so that's why I'm letting you leave alive. So, and you find out he was the one who was responsible for Officer Quinn, and Dr. Neiman's death, because Dr. Neiman is the one who did most of the testing on him, along with Sloan. You also know that Officer Quinn took him off the streets on trumped-up charges, and then turned him over to this outfit, so he was responsible for it. Now he's looking for this new facility. You guys agreed to go with him, so you all piled into a couple cars, headed that way. He kind of gave you directions based on what he was sensing and feeling. You eventually found the right warehouse, and you started to infiltrate it. Braxton, Reginald, and Roberto, you went up to the roof, took out a guy up there, went in through the top.
I
down on
followed
the
Mr. Errol Flynn kind of guy. I mean,
Yeah.
good grief.
Yeah, he invented parkour that night, and Jackie Chan'd his way into the building.
Yeah.
Murdoch, Harry, your private detective, and Thomas Burke, which is Brad's escapologist, and Bellatrice, I don't remember your last name. Delacroix. The voodoo priestess all went in through the front, took out a couple guards there, subdued them. Amazingly, no one has really, nobody's been killed yet, but they're mostly hurting or handcuffed.
Stop.
Yeah. So once you got inside, you got a lay of the land. You two got a lay of the land. You all grouped up. You know what's going on. So this is the map that we've been looking at.
The map. The map. The map.
Map cam. Da-da-da-da.
Map. Cam.
All right. So what we have here is the front door. This is the actual warehouse, the frame of the map. This red line here is the interior of the warehouse. They've put up basically like theater flats for privacy. So there's no light coming from outside, but there's lamps in here. And the theater flats kind of keep that dim, so nobody knows what's going on. Back here, there is a covering, like a ceilings type thing. So you don't know what's there, but you guys assume that's where they're keeping these psychic subjects. Murdoch had been in contact with them and knows there's 3 in there. So, and you guys did see a guard and 2 doctors bring a young girl down here in handcuffs and strap her down to an operating table. And we're about to start whatever they're doing. This is an operating room, it looks like. You get a couple like medicine cabinets or medical supply cabinets, a couple bookcases. This is the operating table where the girl, we will refer to her as number 1 right now, is strapped down. She's like 17. There's 2 doctors here. One looked a little more prominent than the other, and there is a guard in that room. There were some chairs here. Looks like it was like somebody would sit here and they'd have group therapy sessions or something. You don't know what that was about. Over here, there was another open area, and there were a couple doctors or orderlies over there. This is an office. This, you're not exactly sure what that is, and this is a big capped off area as well, which may be offices, you don't know. Came in, took out some guards. There were lots of guards wandering around. This is where Thomas shoved one of the theater flats over and onto them, and as they ripped their way out, Thomas and Roberto actually kind of knocked them out, came in here. Roberto took his Tommy gun, scared these 2. One of them passed out, and the other one just basically tapped him. He's like, and I'm dead, and laid down so he didn't get hurt. Yeah, and that's when Murdoch released his pyrotechnic fireball at Sloan. Kind of burned him, didn't kill him. Just kind of cooked him pretty good. The orderly and number 1 are over here. Sloan is here. Not feeling too great. Murdoch was about to shoot him and then thought, unless we should lock him up, because Thomas was like, if you get revenge and kill everybody, you know, you'll have to live with it. And kind of trying to talk to him into being like, maybe not as bloodthirsty. So he turned to Thomas and said, unless we can lock him up. Thomas said, yeah, we can lock him up somewhere. He's like, fine. And then he's like, well, Lynch is back there. That's where I'm going next. I don't know if we'll lock him up. This is basically what he gave you. So Murdoch is kind of moving down that hallway.
I was going with him.
You were going with him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thomas asked Murdoch where these captives are, and he tells him right down in here, they've got cages, basically cells set up. So Thomas is like, I'm going to go get them because I told you I was coming to get them out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not here to kill. So Thomas is going to go in here. And then here you're going with Murdoch. Roberto, you see those guys kind of heading down the hall. The orderly is like, look, I just work here. And the girl is like, I knew you would come. But she seems kind of dazed, like maybe she's been drugged. But she's kind of leaning on you. She's like, I knew you would come.
It's all right. Hey, it's all right. It's leaning on me, right?
Yeah, and she's like, my friends. And she starts moving that way.
We're going to get here. And then there's still a guard here, right?
He's dead.
Oh, he's dead.
He burnt.
He burnt. But the doctor's there, right?
The doctor's there.
All right. I kind of used the Tommy. I shouldered her a little bit, and then I used the Tommy gun to like point the orderly and the doc. You two, let's get going.
Well,
Follow
the
us down the hall.
doc, that's Dr. Sloan, right? He's kind of crispy. He's not feeling too good, so
He's hurting, so he's probably just, I'll stay
prop
here.
him up on.
I'm not going to run.
Get moving.
Yeah.
Out in the hallway, keep an eye on you.
He's going to be moving.
Yeah, push your orderly, help your boss.
Okay. The orderly goes and helps Dr. Sloan.
Yeah.
Touches him. Ow,
Ow.
It's like crispy. It's like, oh.
It's more like he got really close to a grill. You know, like he has no eyebrows. His mustache is like now this long and crispy. You know,
Like
that
it
kind
just
of
goes.
thing.
So many dogs.
Yeah. So he's not like Anakin Skywalker or Dark Man, but he is.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Yeah.
So the
Really
orderly's
bad
going to take
sunburn.
Sloan and follow you out.
Oh, that's good.
Are you guys moving that way too then?
I'm gonna move them in the hall and kind of like cover the hallway,
Okay.
like and hold, kind of let her lean on me, and then basically move them down so I can keep an eye on. And then help keep an eye on Brad as he's freeing him, and then she can see that he is
He
free.
disappears out of sight. He's in here, so if you want to keep an eye on him, you have to go inside.
Yeah, she wanted to go that way, right?
Yeah.
So I'm helping her that way, but I'm keeping them two in front of me, kind of thing.
Okay.
So I'll be back behind. We'll slowly
Well, let
follow
me
them
ask you
too.
this:
Yeah.
Are you going in here or are you staying in the hall?
I'll stay in the hallway, but I'll
That's
that
what
way
I
I can
mean.
keep an eye on everybody. I'm the cover. I'm your blankie.
So basically, you see Thomas go through it's kind of like not a curtain, but like a space where the curtain would go.
Mm-hmm.
He goes down there, and you do see what looks like cells, but it's almost like kennels. You know, they're not small, but it's just makeshift cells down there, and you can see down there. There's a little bit of light, not a lot, and you can see a couple people with hands on the bars. And Thomas and the girl are going to head down that way.
Okay.
While you're out in the hallway and those two start moving down, you guys can hear all that commotion on the other side. Once that guard dropped, you hear that.
But there's another guard ahead of us now, right?
No, that's the one you took out.
Oh,
So they've been dealt with.
okay. So, all right.
So, and you know that these are just, you can rip right through them if you want.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I got a knife.
so you guys going to cut through the wall and
Yeah, I still
Yeah.
have, I'm still being possessed by Ogu.
for
For a
another
couple
round
Yeah, for another,
or two?
a couple
Yeah.
minutes or something.
Yeah,
Minute or two. So, yeah, I got to head to where
the fighting
I
is.
have to go where the fighting is.
Okay. So you follow her?
Yes. Indeed, I do.
Okay. So you guys cut through that rear flap or flat and walk through. You see them coming right about in between you guys. There looks like kind of like a heavier curtain. Like this is all curtained off, but there's a heavier curtain. It looks like a door. You know, like somebody made a door
That's between us and
Yeah, it'd be
everybody
like-
else? Okay.
right there. So as you guys are kind of meeting, it's closed. But as you guys walk up to each other, and Roberto, you're staying back by that doorway, you guys feel like a sudden chill. Like it gets really, like it dropped like 25 degrees
Great.
instantly.
I think our friend is here.
And as you guys are walking, Murdoch kind of is getting closer. You see what looks like an honest to goodness ghost show up right in the middle in front of that door. And it's just this ghostly, bluish, see-through, transparent figure.
It's Luke Skywalker, ain't it?
Yep.
Damn. That's trouble.
It's Obi-Wan. But no, you see this ghost, and as he looks up, you notice it's that Officer Quinn, but he looks absolutely normal.
Mhm.
And he kind of looks around, and he's like, oh. He looks at Murdoch, and he looks at you, and he's like, oh, there you are. And instantly, it's like the librarian ghost.
Yeah.
He becomes this like demonic form of himself, a darker blue, a little more solid, but still transparent. These really deep red eyes and like exaggerated features and sharp teeth.
Yeah.
And he's going to basically fly right at Murdoch and you.
Okay.
So we can go into rounds if you
Yeah,
wish.
can I ask, does Ogu care what kind of fight it is?
Not
Holy
really.
cannolis!
Not really.
It's how do you do that again for figuring out your.
It's your quickness.
Yes. So roll your quickness,
Oh, jeez.
and you guys have a deck of cards over there.
So what the cards do is when you are doing your rounds, the card numbers tell you what number you go on in the round. So
I don't.
Something different that I really like about Deadlands Classic. Savage-Worlds use cards too, but not as many. But I love Classic because you're sitting around
with cards,
poker cards and poker chips and all that stuff, and it's a lot of
Dice,
fun.
cards, chips. It's everywhere.
Okay,
English snacks.
aces, kings, king of hearts, king of hearts. Okay, gonna go at the same time. Quinn looks like he's going to fly past Murdoch and maybe swing at him.
Okay. I'm gonna put that up my sleeve.
Okay. Okay. He basically kind of does that, and his fingers become like these massive looking claws, and as he floats by or flies by Murdoch, he swipes at him, and Murdoch just kind of steals himself and just kind of okay. It apparently didn't do anything to him.
Okay.
So he sweeps on by. Queens. Murdoch. I gotta roll this. Okay. Murdoch's gonna put this up his sleeve, but he does ask you, "How do we fight that?" Yep. All right, Jax. What you got? Clubs. This is gonna happen at the same time. Ring, ring, ring. I was just gonna say.
I'm sorry.
Oh, do you have a fighting skill? Fighting, brawling, or anything?
I have fight knife and I have martial arts.
Okay.
Since I have the Tommy gun, I don't have my knife out, so
Well, just for what's your martial arts?
1,
What's your fighting knife?
3.
Okay, we'll use 3. It's to defend yourself because what it is for brawling, they have to roll target number of 5 plus whatever your fighting skill is on top of that. So his target number now becomes an 8 because you know how to defend yourself against a fight.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. So 15. Okay, now it's an opposed spirit check.
What?
Jack.
I got a 6.
A 6. Okay, he is going to do 2d8 damage to you.
Wonderful.
Oh, it's only 1 wound. 6 points. 1 wound to your
Face.
upper guts. You just canceled it.
Yep.
Okay. So you negated that. But yeah, as he swings by, flies by, and you feel those claws come at you, it passes through you, but you can feel it in your soul. In your very being. It like tried to rip at you. And it's like, that's not good.
It's disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You some bitch.
So he
Dang,
kind of
dang.
flies on past you, and it looks like he's going to circle around. So that was Jax.
What I give for
Oh,
a
you
proton pack right about now.
And you were just putting yours up your sleeve, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that was Jax 10s. 10.
I'm gonna shoot at him.
Okay. He's actually down
Lead
here,
bullets?
whipping around.
Maybe.
So there's nobody behind him.
Yeah.
So you want to shoot at him?
You son of a.
Okay. Using the Tommy gun?
Yep.
How many bullets you firing?
6,
Okay. So you make 2 shooting rolls.
7, 8, 9.
Okay. For your first round?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for your other one.
6, 7 for my second one.
Okay. you're perfectly lined up, passes right through him.
Ah, damn.
Doesn't do a thing. Although you shoot up here somewhat.
No, the door's all fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. So he ignores that and
Now,
keeps
if you
coming
would've
around.
just shot a pentagram onto the floor.
Nines.
Yeah. Okay, well, upon seeing Quinn in his nightmare form, I realized that that's the
thing that was in
thing
your...
that caused me to follow you guys. But since Ogu is also with me, he's probably spoiling, and of course spoiling for a fight. He wants to fight this thing. I want to use Overawe
Okay.
with any help from Ogu as I let Ogu, like, all of a sudden I start cussing, but my voice gets louder and deeper, and I start going,
Oh, yeah.
and
Kind of like when Gandalf talks the black speech.
yes,
Okay. Yes, I will allow that. Do you have overall?
I do have Overawe.
What's your overall?
2d10.
Okay, it's going to become 5d10 because of Ogu's assistance.
Okay.
Nice.
10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can count.
And are you? What are you basically telling him?
Well, cussing at him.
Yeah. It's interspersed with a healthy dose of F words.
Yes.
Bracken smack.
Yeah.
Friggin'. And the slime and filth and slime and filth. Ogo is going to be yelling, like calling him a little bitch. And you think you can handle me? Do you know who I am? Fuck.
Yeah.
You want to go
Sounds like my
down on
mom's
mine.
conversation when she gets mad enough.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
And just, is it one highest?
Yep. Your highest.
Die.
My highest die. And one's cancel?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
And if you rolled a 10, that's
9.
it. 9. He comes swirling around, like, I'm going to attack again. All of a sudden, Bellatrix does that. And I mean, it's obscenities.
Right? And deep voice helps.
Yeah, in deep voice. And
He probably sees him. It's
Yes.
like, whoa, there's a demigod in
yeah,
here.
so you see Quinn like, yeah, oh my God. Where did that come from? If you can hear the cartoon squealing throats, he'd have done it. And he just looks and is like,
What? This wasn't in the manual.
yeah, you can see him looking around. Handbook for the this thing reads like stereo instruction. Yeah, but he basically he's seeing Ogu in all of his glory, and just like, yeah, you see a little
Ghost poops.
plop of ectoplasm fall on the ground.
Ecto-fiddle.
Yeah, yeah. So he's like, okay, hold up. So that was
That was
nines.
9s.
8s. 7. 6.
Yes.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I think Ogu's gonna wanna
Get up close and personal.
get up close and personal with this one.
Okay. So
With my big hunting knife.
yeah. So,
That's
she
got the wang.
You've been
the
using
wang
throwing
on.
knives. She pulls out a Bowie knife, and it's hers.
Right?
But she pulls it out, and you see this devilish grin. I mean, just imagine she's possessed by a spirit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna
It
charge him.
smiles a little wider than it should be.
Yeah. You're gonna charge him and
Yep.
attack. All right. Go ahead.
With my, and that will be fighting knife.
But it's at 5, right?
Yes, it's at 5, whatever.
Okay.
Because Ogu is calling the shots.
And the Wanga,
Wango Tango.
the Wanga spell gives me a bonus to my big knife.
Yes, it does. It is. And he would take full advantage of that little power. Right. So for right now, you need to hit him. So roll your fighting knife. It's 5D, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Did I get too many? Yo. 8.
Okay, so you hit. Now you're going to roll your strength, and you'll take your highest die.
Oh, my strength. Oh.
So you got 11.
3.
11.
Okay.
Okay.
11.
All right. Well, that's gonna do it. Well,
And then wasn't there something about equaling my faith?
that's the 5.
That's the 5.
Oh.
So
Oh, okay.
okay, so you run up with this Bowie knife, and you guys see her slash at the ghost, and as she does, it kind of like and goes through him. He has immunity to physical damage unless the weapon is consecrated, enchanted, or silver. It's being wielded by a voodoo god.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's enchanted.
Enchanted, yeah.
So it did full damage to him.
Yeah, especially
you
with the
basically-
wang. Yeah.
And it's kind of like the slice of ectoplasm splatters off the knife, and he's just like, whoa! You know, it's almost like the T1000, and but then immediately his red eyes just get real wide, and he starts to backpedal.
Yeah.
Like, that hurt.
I was seeing like the death phantom in Frighteners when he comes through and slices through the
Yeah.
ghosts and they.
Yeah, they just fall in half. Yeah, it could have happened. So, okay, you do that. That was
That was 6.
6. 5s. Okay.
All right. He's gonna take a risk. He's like, "That's some. You. What is his problem?" So he drops the Tommy, whips out his 2 blades. Now, if you remember, I did talk to a certain priest, which I got my faith, and they said, "Would you bless these?" Remember, I went to
I
talk.
do remember that.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's gonna count, but
It will.
I'm gonna be basically pulling out. So it's like, "Hey, you son." I'm gonna use my voice when I'm doing that. I'm gonna use a voice and everything. And I go, "You son bitch! I don't know what your effing problem is, but I'm gonna send you a place you ain't gonna want to be." And now SOB's in charge. Basically, I'm gonna use my
Okay.
intimidation.
All right. Now, if you use your overall for this, that's your action.
Well, I figure I'm pulling it out.
But if you're just saying it to say it, he's already freaked out. Now you can just attack on this
I
action.
don't know if because I'm dropping the gun and pulling the knives, so I didn't know if I had enough time to do all that.
Oh, that's true. You are dropping a gun and pulling knives. So go ahead and roll your overall.
Yeah, I got a 12.
12.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
But Farmer RPG, yes, check them out. They're pretty cool.
Family RPG.
Yep.
Good folks.
All right. He basically looks at you and starts to recoil from you.
Yeah.
Well-
I'm behind him.
Oh, yeah. Well, he whips around
Yeah.
and like, so you do that. That was 5s?
Yep. I'm done.
Anybody else have 5?
I got a 3, so I got
4? 3? Okay. What do you do?
I don't have crap I can do.
Stick your foot out and chip the ghost.
I'm gonna say to Murdoch, listen, didn't you set that doctor on fire?
He actually pauses like, I did. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Owner's manuals are always helpful.
Okay. So
That was my whole action.
That was your action,
To
okay.
tell him to burn
All
the
right.
fucking ghost to the ground.
Quinn, you see him kind of overcome that, just kind of like the anger outweighs his guilt, as Batman would say. No, the anger outweighs his fear of you.
Yeah.
And he just kind of like, and just as he's about to like screw it and lunge at you, he had a card up his sleeve.
So did I.
Murdoch's gonna use a fireball. Yeah, so you see him, that vein pops out, his
I don't
eyes
care
go
how
get
big the room is.
cataract.
I choose to use fire.
Okay. 36 points of damage.
Oh,
So the way arson works, he rolls his arson. His blasting power is 5. It's based on his vigor, so it's 5d12. The fireball is 8 yards in diameter, so it takes up this whole hallway.
Yep.
poor doctor's like, not again.
Anyone inside takes 2d10 damage. plus 1d10 per raise. And he rolled a 16. So he had 3 raises.
3 raises.
Also catch fire for 2d6 at the beginning of each turn afterwards. But he doesn't catch fires. Basically, he's like, screw it. And it basically just kind of... Do you ever see like the movies, the old movies, where the film breaks and it melts and bubbles?
Right.
Kind of what his form does.
Right.
It's like burning gelatin.
Ooh.
So it just kind of, he just kind of like bubbles and boils and just kind of and evaporates.
Wow.
And as he does, you hear this, I mean, primal scream.
Yeah.
You know,
Or jump back because I'm like,
somebody
oh,
who has just held rage in for years, just "Gah!" And it just kind of echoes and vanishes as he evaporates.
Ooh.
Well, that was well done. That was well done.
Oh,
Is he gonna come
Holy
he
back?
is now.
Oh, you God, give me that.
Quinn evaporates and seemingly disappears. Just then, that heavy curtain, you kind of hear it ting off the curtain rings, and you hear, all right, get him. And we're going to go into the next round.
Oh, jeez.
I still have a 2.
Oh, you have a 2. Okay.
I was so low, you forgot about me.
I didn't even know you had it. So that happens.
Can I just put this up my sleeve? Or...
You can, and I will let you put it up your sleeve, and because you do, Ogu's like, he's probably like, punk ass bitch. He's like, I leave you now.
Oh, wow, I make
Watch
sure.
out behind you, dumbass. And that's when he like vanishes, and you're like, huh? And the curtain pulls down.
Yeah.
Next round.
I can see
Okay.
him.
All of a sudden,
I had a
very
3.
small again. Oh,
What'd you get?
I haven't rolled yet. I was.
Mike?
I got 6.
6.
What'd you get?
30.
Sweet.
Twice.
You can only have 5 cards.
I was gonna say Hal Jordan.
All 3 of these.
I got D12, so I rolled 12, 12, 6.
Maybe
Okay.
3 bucks.
30.
12.
You got a little symbol on your chest. You call me Barry.
Hold on. 18.
Holy crap.
24.
Mind that running
Oh, D4s.
D6s.
D6.
Oh, she's rolling D6s?
24. 26.
You're like,
So Ogu is like, look out behind you, dumbass. Now. Look now.
I feel powerful.
Yeah, you're probably coming down off an adrenaline.
Oh man, I got 5 aces. Sweet.
So
Jesus.
you're getting 4 or 5.
5.
She gets 5 too.
She gets 5. Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything over 20 is 5, right?
Yes. Aces.
Which one?
Yeah. Okay. Ace of Hearts
Yep.
and Ace of Clubs.
Clubs.
Okay, so Ace of Hearts, what do you do?
What do I see? I'm gonna look towards the sound.
As you look, you see 2 guys who look like in those uniforms with Tommy guns step out, and they are going to open fire.
Oh, me first. Well, I have 2 aces, so I wave hello and fire.
Don't forget, you can fire a 3-round burst on each action.
Oh, well then I will do that.
Okay,
So it's
and in between those, Murdoch is going to also fire a 3-round burst. Boys, yeah, rip, and you're right there. Like,
hi.
we thought you were farther away. Could you back up 20 feet and let us come out again?
We'll shoot once
Okay.
we.
I just want to know what that scream was. Oh, that was your chance of surviving.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 37.
That bullet ricocheted through his entire body.
That was a JFK bullet.
Fuck.
Second guy.
Roll your second bullet. Guard number 1 comes out. He's like, ah, da-da-da. 1 bullet hits his right in his heart.
Right.
And you can tell he almost dies instantly. because his heart seems to explode. And the second bullet rips a hole up here, and it did actually like explode so much that it shoots blood out that hole. And as he dies, I mean, dies instantly. As he falls, you shoot off the last 2 toes of his foot.
That's why he falls over. He's like, oh, I can't stand. Upper and lower.
Thank you.
Okay.
Get him, guys. Oh,
And yes,
I'm talking to the guards, not you two.
it is kind of like Jesse Ventura. You know, he's got that big cavernous hole in his chest.
Now,
All right.
And then didn't I shoot the other guard? Right?
You did.
You already
For
got
2 bullets.
2 bullets.
So, and that's the other guard that Murdoch shot.
Right.
So, let me figure out his first. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Go ahead.
Just the shooting skill first, right?
No, you already hit. Remember, you rolled. You got two hits.
All right. So location. then?
Okay.
Location.
And the first shot is in the 2.
The other toe.
The other leg.
Okay.
Kind of like two.
6. 16.
Oof.
Second location is in the 16.
That is upper guts.
Is that D46 then, or just 3?
No, just 3. Only gizzards and noggin give you bonuses.
Oh, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20.
Okay. You like hit the first guard. Murdoch hits the second guard, and you hit him as well. Murdoch hits him in the head
Oh, God.
for 3 wounds,
Right.
and then in the chest, the upper guts for 2 wounds. You hit him in the upper guts for another 5 wounds, and then you almost blow his leg off with 4 wounds.
Fuck you, guys! I was talking to the guards, not you.
Yeah.
Here's a good question. Will that cavern act like a suction cup on the floor if it lands face down?
Oh, it sounds.
Pick up the bodies. Oh, we're trying. The big giant spatula.
Oh, you just gotta slide it down the hall.
Right into the corner.
Like a back.
Yeah.
But as soon as you throw him up there, he sticks to the next surface. Like,
Well, not our problem.
Yeah.
So in the space between the next round, I look at Murdoch and go, that was magically delicious.
He probably looks at you. Nice shooting, Tex.
Here's the
So-
flat top.
So you guys basically like, get him. And it looks like Evil Dead just happened. And then it goes quiet. That was magically delicious. Nice shooting, Tex. Eep.
Yeah.
Eep. Okay, so that was aces.
Top of the round.
That's like a 1/10 of a second. Okay. Kings.
Yes.
Okay.
Have a card up your sleeve.
I
Yeah.
don't want to.
in the middle of the back.
Yeah. Okay. That was kings, queens.
Okay, well, I go, holy cacholes! Oh my god! And I kind of like put one of the knives away and reach out my Tommy gun. You okay over there? Dr. Brad's guy.
Oh, yeah. He's probably halfway down the room with 3 people, and he stops and he's like, "Go, go, go, go,
Yeah.
go, go." You're like, "You okay?" He's like, "I'm fine. I'm fine over here."
All right.
I thought you were talking to the guards.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys okay?
So that's what I do. I put
Okay. All right.
Poke, poke.
So, can I see what's in there through the opening?
Yeah.
guards or-
If you kind of step aside and look, it looks like it goes into what looks like a large office. It's got probably a couple desks. There is a large desk at the back, and you do see someone back there kind of looking all angry, and then the guards blow up, and you're right there, and he's like, it's a guy in kind of a Confederate soldier's uniform.
Because in
More
Deadlands Noir,
modernized.
it's still Confederate states in the
Yes.
northern
So
states.
it's a 1930s. He looks like a G-man, but a government agent. But you notice he has the kind of the, what are those called? Epaulets?
Yep.
Epaulets on his shoulders, and his insignias seem to be Confederate soldier markings or Confederate army markings. He's salt and pepper gray hair, pretty sturdy looking. Looks like he's in his maybe early 50s, but a very healthy early 50s. And as he looks, he's got like the crew cut hair, and sees you and pretty much grabs a briefcase that's on the desk and kind of pulls up a pistol, and it looks like he's going to fire, either shoot you or just try and shoot at you. It looks like he's going to turn and run. And you see behind him there's another curtain open that would be to the outside. Or to the outer path. So it looks like he's about to bolt and run, and he sees you, and he's going to try and squeeze out.
I'm going to use my card up my sleeve. I'm going to try to charge and tackle him.
Okay, yeah, good. Because just so you know, his next card was a 10, so you tried to interrupt him as he went to pull the trigger. So, okay, make a nimbleness check.
Nimble.
This is opposed. Yeah, he's interrupting. Yeah.
Yeah, he's interrupting, and he's got a card up his sleeve. Oh, yeah, it is opposed because it's not a joker. So roll your quickness, Dennis. I forgot.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks for screwing him over, Mike.
Yep, that's what I know, Mark. Stream will start at 5.
You had to get me back for that parkour outside of time.
Yeah.
Yes, 6.
He has a 7. So he's basically going to pull the shot off. Let's see what happens first. Oh, I got to see if he hits first. Hold on. It says shoot. There it is.
I'm sorry.
I got the big britches. I got to
I know.
tackle the guy with a gun.
I'm so sorry.
It's a 20.
Ooh.
He's going to shoot you in the head.
Yikes. We got white chips.
He is going to do
Maybe we shouldn't kill all the doctors and the
2 wounds to your head. Now you can spend chips to negate those wounds.
2 white.
Yeah, white chip negates 1. Okay. All right. So you guys might not see this, but yeah, he pulls off a shot hastily, and you actually hear it sounds like a hornet just flew by your ear, and you're like, ow. I think he singed the top, like right here. But yeah, just imagine he's like, pow, swore he shot you in the head, and you're still coming at him, and he just has that, oh.
You're probably like Daniel Braxton.
He's got, pow. Reginald Braxton?
Oh shit, I just shot Reginald Braxton.
Okay, so for my tackling,
Do you have fighting brawling or fighting wrestling?
I've got fight brawling.
Okay, that's what you'd use to tackle him.
Just gotta find it again.
And his fighting is at a 3, so your target number is going to be 8.
$14.
All right. So basically, it's just like out of a movie.
Yep.
Pow! Zing! Ah! And you just tackle him right over the desk. Like you jump over the desk, grab him, and you go down in a tumble on the ground. Let me check something.
Braxton.
Just so I put the characters up there so you see it. He's the one with the full
Tuxedo.
tuxedo and a cup of wine. So yes.
Looking rather Clerk Gable-ish.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to.
But he's supposed to
Add
be
some-
Buster Crab Ronald Reagan.
I know. Let's see.
It's the makeup job.
Yeah.
You're just for the role. That's your incognito. So that
Okay. You tackle him. The gun goes flying and skitters out and bounces against the outer wall of the warehouse. He manages to hold on to his briefcase, though. But he goes down on his back. You tackle him. So you're going to be wrestling probably the next time something happens.
Yep.
9. Oh, 10. 10 of diamonds. What are you going to do?
Run in there after Braxton.
Okay. Make a nimbleness check, target number of 3.
Nimbleness.
This is a freebie, but just make the check.
3, you say?
Yeah.
$14.
Okay. You don't slip in the guts and blood or trip over a body.
Shove my foot in the
Because they
guy's
fell
chest.
right where the doorway
Step in
is.
the guy's chest. Oh, now I got a corpse on my foot.
Okay, so you
Give
run
me a
in there.
butter
You,
knife so I can scrape that one.
you probably see the tail end of Braxton's shoes going over the desk and somebody,
I'll dive over the desk too.
You want to try and dive over the desk?
Yes, I'll dive over the
Make a
desk.
nimbleness check. This one is target number of, I would say target number of,
Why would I jump over a desk with a Tommy gun? No, it's a bad idea.
yeah,
Guard
I'll
pile.
run in and just kind of run around the desk.
good. Because it was going to be target number of 7 to jump over the desk.
No.
So you run in, go around, you see
Freeze!
Braxton on top of this guy, and
I
you
would-
got him freeze.
Don't move.
Okay. That was 10s, 9s.
I said don't move.
You still got a card up your sleeve?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, you can just. Actually, you can aim.
Okay, I'll aim.
Yeah. So,
Right as Nargan.
so every round you aim, it's +2 to your roll.
I'm aiming
So
at his temples.
keep that. So you put the gun right to his head.
Mhm.
Okay. 8s.
Yep.
Okay, Tommy gun to his head.
What do you do? You do see Thomas with the 3
Goats.
hostages or patients leaving the building. So you can either go with him and help protect them, or you can help these guys. It sounds like something's going on in there that's maybe done. You don't know.
Yeah, I can see Thomas with the 3 people. Yeah, they might need some healing or something.
And as
so
you
she'll-
kind of take stock of what's going on, you see Roberto, and you instantly feel like everything's fine.
Yeah, that's what this my sleeve was, just in case I gotta.
You look at him, and it's kind of like
cannoli.
you can tell there's whatever was threatening him is gone.
Oh, he wasn't so bad at all.
No. He was, but we got lucky.
Yeah, yeah. So you're gonna go out and help Thomas with those
Yeah.
guys. Okay. Let's see. That was 8, 7, 6, 5.
I have 5.
Okay. You catch up to Thomas.
Okay.
4.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Good lord.
Okay.
Can I see if any of them need any kind of medical help?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. They look kind of tired, like they've been drugged, but they're kind of starting to come to.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. And once we get outside,
Just
I'll
kinda
kind of
help
look
them
them
out.
over. And...
Okay, sounds good. 4, Murdoch is going to move into that doorway too. 3. Okay. 3 of spades.
Well, I see her going by. It looks like they're leaving okay. I'm gonna kind of go on in there. I don't know what's going on, so I'm gonna come up and basically
Okay.
look in there, see what's happening.
You see a desk and you see Harry.
I don't step in the goo.
Yeah. If you're just walking in, it's no big deal. You see Harry behind the desk, but he's pointing down at something on the floor, and he's like, "Don't move."
Oh, all right.
So, and Murdoch is running up there as well. He basically has dropped the Tommy gun, and he pulls out one of his pistols, his Colts. Actually, he'll probably pull both of his Colts out and run up there. And you're gonna go up to the desk as well.
No, I'm like, Dad, I got this. Hey, 2 Tommy guns.
Okay.
I'm grabbing the guns. I can sell these.
The guy on the floor. Oh yeah, you have a diamond. What are you gonna do?
Keep aiming.
Okay. The guy on the floor has a 3 of clubs, and he basically like he just kind of stops, looks at you all, and he's like, "You kill me, you have no idea what kind of hornet's nest you're gonna open on yourselves."
Oh, sorry.
Wouldn't be the first one.
So Murdoch comes up, sees the guy. He's like, I should kill you right now. He's like, if you do, I'll only be replaced. You know that. If you would have gone through with the program, not fought it. He's like, your program, you mean the torture that we endured? He's like, manifested your abilities, didn't it? I'd say it worked fine. In fact, there is a chance that if you want to make it easy on yourself, you'll just come along with me and you'll live like a king. He's like, you'll live like a king. Your abilities have been unlocked. There will be no more testing. You're ready for recruitment. I considered friends, some of them not. And you saw who survived that ordeal. I think I'm fine. In fact, I dare say that I'm probably the best subject your government has ever seen. Am I? He's like, that I will attest to. You have powers way off the scale. More than we thought possible. He's like, good. You're going to give a message to your handlers. You either end this program now, or every one of them that you send after me, I'm going to convince them to turn right around and go after you. Not you, but your government. Do you understand that? He's like, do what you will. He's like, oh, I will. And you see his eyes go cataracty and that vein pulses. This dude starts screaming like a baby. And as he's doing it, Murdoch actually manages to speak. You've never seen him do this before. He's like, remember I told you I can make them feel intense, agonizing pain?
All right.
Feels good, doesn't it? And you see him grin. And this guy's just writhing in pain. Just intense, like, just imagine every bone in his body is breaking. Things are rupturing. They're not, but he feels it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you're just giving to him what he did to you for.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever else.
Could you speak up? Can't hear you over that all that screaming that.
I said, you're probably just doing what he did to you. Jesus, guy, can you like mute him or something?
So after 2 or 3 minutes of this,
Oh, my.
unless you guys stop him, he lets it go for 2 or 3 minutes and then he stops.
I'm searching through his pockets. He's like, keep your arm down. Yeah, let's see what you got.
Yeah. You're bugging him as he's doing this. And Lynch kind of spits out a little bit of blood. And he's like, fine, I'll go. I'll give your message. We'll see who wins in this war. And he's like,
I'm going to make sure to grab the briefcase, and he's not going to get it.
yeah. He gets up, starts to grab the briefcase.
Smashes it
Yeah,
up.
and I was going to say that while he's doing that, I was going to try and
You picked
pick
the wrong
because he had it
soundstage.
handcuffed, right? Or no? Did he have it handcuffed? to
No,
him, or-
it's not handcuffed.
Well, I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to get in his face. I'm going to try overall him.
Okay.
2 or 3 minutes of intense agonizing pain didn't overall. I mean,
Yeah, but that's for him. This
It
is
wasn't
me.
enough. Yeah.
I got 11.
He has an 11, so it's kind of like that. You're like throwing all. He's kind of thinking it back at you. L.A.
Damn it.
Hell of California.
oh, you're so scary, Mike.
I'm about as scary as the penguins on the freaking carnival. Can I?
Penguin.
Right? Take two.
You can say it again. Las Vegas is off limits.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know, Las Vegas is off limits.
So Lynch stands up and kind of backs away, and Murdoch, you see him. Well, roll everybody who's there. Roll your.
I am not, and I need a stand-up break.
Go ahead.
so-
Go ahead. Roll cognition, and if you have keen, I'll allow it.
9.
9.
I do
Okay.
have Keen. $24.
24. Okay.
11.
11. Okay. You. As Lynch kind of backs away, you see his eyes do that cataract thing, and he
Actually-
looks.
When he does that, I kind of move myself in view of Lynch seeing or anybody seeing him do
Yeah.
it.
Well, Lynch is more looking at you guys.
I know,
so-
but I'm going to make
yeah.
sure he's hidden.
Okay. Well, actually, if you go to do that, he puts his hand out and moves you
Oh, okay.
from blocking it.
Oh, well, I won't do it then.
Yeah. So, but
So
you, you see it out of the corner of your
Oh,
eye.
well, actually, I wouldn't do that. I would actually look over at Lynch. Like, oh, this is
Okay.
going to be good.
So he does that. And Lynch just kind of starts to back away. And you see Murdoch be like, kind of give this sneer.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, go ahead, turn and run. And Lynch kind of looks at everybody, turns around, and as soon as he turns around, pow! Murdoch shoots him in the back. Holds him in the back.
Man.
And yeah, when he does, Lynch is gonna drop, just
Right.
drop dead, and he kind of holsters his gun. And he's like, "Yeah, he wasn't gonna leave us alone." He walks over to the side where there's another curtain, pulls it back, and you see on a tripod a camera
Oh,
that he's like, lifts the back of it up, pulls out the plates. He's like, that's what I thought. He hands you the plates. It's photos he was taking while he was being tortured. He was taking photos of all of you.
wow.
What? Friggin' Mook.
So he was probably going to come back, get those photos, and then say, these are the people we're looking for.
Right.
So he was just going to hunt everybody down and make your lives hell.
That's why he frowned when he scanned his brain.
Yeah, because he was like, oh, you son of a bitch. So he's like, I wanted to do that anyway.
You feel better now?
Sloan, we can lock him up.
So you're telling me this Mook here, he was lying to us? Is that what you're
Got
trying
a lot
to
of
say?
stuff. Seem like.
All right.
What kind of plates was this camera taking?
I slit his throat ear to ear.
Old glass plate camera or
No, just kind of, well, yeah, kind of like the glass plate, like the 1930s, more like 1920s photograph. You know, it's on a tripod. Take the picture, you take the glass plate out and do that, like the developer kind of thing.
smash, stomp, stomp.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
I'm taking a look at the case.
So, but anyway, he's like, okay,
I'll search the desk.
search the desk. There is surprisingly little in there. There's like scraps of paper, but nothing written on them. It's pretty much empty. You can assume everything he had was in the briefcase.
Okay.
So what do you have on him? Any money?
No, he doesn't have any money.
Ah, some bitch.
No,
What about the goons?
no, they wouldn't need money.
Well, let's check the briefcase.
Yep. So you might find some credentials, but nothing major. Like it would just say classified security clearance, but it would have like a photo of him and his name. So it's like, well, you could try and forge it, but nobody's gonna buy that.
Right.
So yeah, in the briefcase are just more files. You do find report files on patients 1 through 10, and you find the beginnings of files on 1, 2, 3, and it's Project B.
Oh,
So basically 1 through 10, you
Right.
know, it's all their kind of abilities. You do find out that Murdoch, he has mind control abilities, which would be in the game. It's meat puppet, which is what he used to force people to do what he wanted.
Right.
That's called meat puppet. Mind reader, mind scan. And a mind scan is basically he can find out where people are. Like mind reader is to get your surface thoughts. Mind scan is how he knew how many people were in this building. If he's looking for a certain person, he can focus it. He also had the intent. It's called agonizer, is the spell or the power. He also had arson, and he had paralyzer. Those are the names of the psycher spells. And these people, it had like a little bit of history. Not much. They've just referred to as subjects. So didn't even have names written down.
Nice.
So, Murdoch, you have a place to take your friends? Take care of them?
If they want to go with me, we'll move on. Get out of here. Find somewhere else.
Well, let us know if you need some help at some point.
Hello again, TikTok.
Murdoch basically says, I want to get us banned immediately. Right now. Yeah.
Fudgesicles!
He's like, well, I never really remembered what my last life was like. Maybe I'll make a new one. Maybe we'll make a new one if they want to join me. So you guys walk outside. Outside, the three subjects are coming a little more to their senses. They're fine. They're asking where Murdoch is. And just about then, these guys come out the door. And they kind of see Murdoch and like, oh, wow. And it's almost like they're glad to see him, though they've probably never met him. And it's like meeting a rock star. They're like in awe, like, oh, wow, you're Murdoch. And he's like, yeah. And they're like, you got us out of there. And he's like, yep. Yeah, we did. And they're like, that's amazing. Well, what do we do now? He's like, I don't know. What do you want to do now? Like, whatever you're doing. And he kind of looks over at you since you were asking. He's like, maybe we'll talk about that over some breakfast. You like diners?
Sounds lovely.
He's like, you like diners? And I'm like, yes, we do. So he's like, well, let's get you some regular clothing.
Yeah.
And then we'll go have breakfast, talk about it. I'm like, okay, sounds good. So.
Well, it's a nice diner down 4th and Vine.
Okay. So you guys can stop, get them some clothes from somewhere. Either somebody might have some or steal some or whatever.
I've got a couple extra outfits.
Okay.
I think so.
So basically, you guys go out to breakfast, chat, learn about these guys. They were taken just like Murdoch. Most of these guys have memories. One guy was homeless. One guy was basically hiding out because he didn't know. He thought the voices in his head were he was going crazy, but it's actually his power of mind reader. He didn't know how to shut it off.
Oh.
And the girl was kind of like not sure what to do because every time she shook hands with somebody, she's like, they're gonna die.
Oh.
Or I don't know where they're going, where they've been, but I don't want to know where they've been because everybody in Vegas has a bad history usually. So it's like, hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you. You murdered your wife last week. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
She might be handy to have around. Does she need a home?
She need a job?
So basically, you're going to find out Murdoch and these three are going to kind of catch a bus out of Vegas and move on somewhere. If you offer to stay in touch, he will
I'll
definitely.
give him my business card.
He will definitely try and
If you
stay
need
in touch.
anything.
He's like, I don't know where we're going. I don't even know if you know where we're going. Number one is like, well, no, it's not that clear. He's like, good. We like it that way.
If you need to get the hold of us, just call me.
Well, he's like, if I find out if we get a solid address, I'll let you know. Send you a postcard.
Fair enough. That'd be wonderful.
Because I don't know how you're going to get a hold of me.
I may not need to.
Beautiful Desert Springs.
Yeah. He's like, well, if we're ever back through this way, we'll make
Please
sure
let us
we
know.
make sure we send you happy thoughts.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, I prefer it that way, not the other.
He's like,
I ain't got enough Tylenol to fix that business.
he's like,
Ashford now.
well, I'm glad you I'm glad you knew how to handle that ghost. I never
Headache
encountered
powder.
anything like that.
Well, now you know how to deal with it if you do.
Thanks.
If you're out wandering in the lands, you might run into some strange things like that.
Mm.
You obviously have one tool that could help.
Yeah. You're
Why are you calling him that?
that?
No, he's our tool to help.
He's like, well, thanks for your help. Sorry it got so bloody. I thought it'd be worse.
Hey,
If you hadn't have been there, it would have been much worse.
I was going to say, I think you're very good. We saved a lot of people. We did the right thing.
Yeah, we
And
did.
we took a lot of people out that didn't need to be around no more.
Right.
So,
Never a bad thing.
no, never.
So this is Mike, because I was trying to fix TikTok. And what do we do with the people that were there? Just throw them in the cages or what?
We just went to breakfast with them.
Oh, actually,
Birds.
The doctor.
Oh,
Yeah.
the doctor.
I was going to suggest we throw them
we
in the
just ate them
cages.
for
And
breakfast.
So you guys kind of go back to wherever you're going, get some rest. That you wake up the next morning, reading the papers like that afternoon. There was a warehouse that burnt down, totally engulfed in flames.
Shock.
And it was just like, oh man, that's, it was abandoned, thankfully. So they put out the fire, and that's about it. It was interesting because there was a government agent who actually, somebody suspected a government agent was there, a U.S. government agent was there, or two. But of course, they were not available for comment.
Right.
So yeah, that's basically what it is. And you guys can kind of go about your ways. It's like, okay, they take a bus out of town. The U.S. government doesn't question you, doesn't say anything to you, doesn't ask about it. If you guys turn that paperwork into a U.S. government, like the cops, or if you get a hold of somebody yourselves, the U.S. government agent will show up, take the papers, asked to meet in a public place, nondescript. He'll show up, he'll take the papers and be like, thank you for your patriotism.
Yeah.
And leave. Doesn't say anything about it. You don't
What,
know
no
what they're
metal?
you don't know what they're gonna do with it. Anything.
Sounds about right.
So
Dun, dun, dun,
Hey, it's all right.
Yeah.
Hey, we got our duty, right?
Yep.
Duty.
All right. So that was something on my mind. I will give out bounty points for that. Thank you.
Yay!
Good job, man.
Good showing you.
And for those of you on TikTok, we were banned last week for it.
That's why we're on super late on TikTok
Yeah,
tonight,
so-
because
You
There
got
you
to
go.
see the last 15 minutes on
Yeah.
TikTok.
So if you didn't like anything we say, ban it.
No, go to another platform with a U and a T, and there's like a thing.
Well, we're still
in the middle,
still talking about that, but yeah, we are on Twitch,
Twitch,
and Facebook
Facebook,
and other
And clapper.
and Clapper.
and other stuff. So
so
So you can find us. We're out there. Just lift up the couch cushions. We're there.
yeah,
Like the loose change.
yep.
Or the bubble gum from 2 months ago.
Either way, it's good to have.
All right. So bounty points.
Woo!
Everybody is going to get 5 bounty points.
bounty points written down somewhere. Where did it go?
That's basically for assisting Murdoch in getting revenge, peacefully or otherwise.
How many?
Didn't
did you say?
matter.
I'm sorry.
5.
And also rescuing the 3 patients.
I think I finished.
Okay. And then now we can go off hindrances. All right. So let's go around the table. Who wants to go first?
A couple instances, at least, of the big britches.
I will give you a red chip for big britches, not a blue chip, but a red chip because
Not
yeah.
good.
No.
Bobby, what'd you have for hindrances?
That I used?
Well, just tell me what you got, because if it came into play and I thought it did, I'll award you a chip. If not,
Hankering for alcohol, no. Ferner,
not really.
no. Curious, and loyal.
I'll give you a white chip for loyal, because you actually did stop what you were doing to come help these guys.
Okay. I don't.
Rob, what you got?
I don't think I really used any of mine. Night terrors, but that we didn't sleep.
Right.
Enemy 1 policeman.
No.
Suspicious.
Yeah.
Hankering for whiskey, which I think he did drink some whiskey, but
Yeah, but it didn't cause a problem.
didn't cause a problem. Habit, choose a pet toothpick. That's just
Okay.
there. I didn't focus on it. Hankering cigars, but he hasn't had one of those. And an oath to do right. And blackout. None of that happened. So
An oath to do right.
oath to do right. I mean, he was,
Yeah, I'll give you a red chip for that because you were trying to help people.
yeah,
So that's a big thing.
that's why I did it.
And those habits and hankerings, let me know that, guys, because if it's like, a hankering, depending on if it's major or minor, you have to have it or you start suffering your roles.
Yeah.
What about that?
Pencil.
Like you're hankering for alcohol.
Yeah, as soon as we went for breakfast, I was drinking alcohol.
Right. So if it's going to be like a long time, like it's early in the morning or late at night, and you have a hankering for that or a habit with your toothpick and you're out of toothpicks,
Right.
let me know because that could actually come in like pretty importantly. So keep track of that stuff.
Yep.
Mike, what do you got?
Yeah, so I got the habit flipping light. I even bought one.
You actually, I'll give you a red chip because you actually notified where you were with your lighter
True.
flip.
And I do always have to use it because it's my focus. So.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Outlaw really didn't come into play.
Yeah.
Enemy, it's another mob. Oath helps spirits, and a yearning to help get rid of spirits to send them on their way. So
Yeah, but that didn't
You
really
sure
happen.
did that, but
yeah, I kind of did
Not
the
in the way
opposite.
you would. Not in the way you wanted.
Okay.
Okay. So next time we play this, you guys can spend bounty points. Don't forget if you want to buy a new medium power or voodoo spell or something like that, it's 5 bounty points.
Anyway, well, folks, that's the decent front.
It's easy for you to say.
Just threw my overall and failed. That's it for us tonight, folks. Anyway, make sure to come back every Tuesday night and check out our social medias. Well, welcome back, TikTok. We kind of missed you.
Yeah.
You can find all our social medias on our link tree. Which go to our social media, follow the link tree link. If you want to see us on other days, you can go to our YouTube channel where we have our live streams all listed in a playlist. So you can see the games we play and follow the storylines in order within the playlist. Now that you know that you can actually come to some place and meet us in real life and shake our hands and give us stuff. It's wonderful. This year we're going to be entertainers at the Planet Funk Con at the River Center in Davenport, Iowa. June 28th through the 30th. And then after that, we're going to be at the Big River Steampunk Festival in Hannibal, Missouri. If you've not been there, it is the world's largest outdoor steampunk festival. And we're going to be doing a show at the Game Arena at 225 Broadway in Hannibal, Missouri. So make sure you come down. You can buy a ticket, watch us, and be a part of the audience of the game we play. And we do a lot of audience participation.
Yes. We'll make you work for your entertainment.
We'll make you work for your entertainment. Now it's time for the thank yous. Thank you to Dale for running the game tonight.
It was a very good story, Dale.
Dennis and the Dragon's Den for hosting. Mike for being technical prowess and an investment. Bobby for editing, and me for putting up with all your bullshit. and Anastasia for monitoring our chats this evening.
and thank you to Simon for some more.
And thank you to Simon for the snackaroonies. Next week we'll try some more and see what and we'll rate all of our English snacks and how we like them. And a gigantic thank you to who made this game?
Pinnacle.
Pinnacle! Thank you for Pinnacle for making Deadlands Noir. We love
Oh
you.
yes, thank you so much.
Yes. Don't forget, folks, if you like the game, go to the place to buy it. Where can you find a link for that? Go to our YouTube channel. Go to the link, the description for this particular video, and you can find a link to this game and purchase it and where to purchase it. And then tell them that the Raconteur Society sent you.
You
Then
won't
play
get
it
anything
and tell
for
us how you liked it or not. Well, that's it. Again, thanks for tuning in, folks. Don't forget to visit the link tree. We'll see you all next Tuesday.
Bye,
Have a good
everybody.
night.
Good night.